Welcome to GISTUBE TV first. Let me just do that here. Subscribe to this channel. Just subscribe already. I mean, if you've been coming or you're new here, don't worry. You're in good hands, in safe hands. Subscribe to this channel. Like this video already. I promise you're going to enjoy.
What is really happening in Femi Adebayo's marriage? Honestly, or what's happened? What went wrong? Because prior to now, that the whole thing seemed like yam pepper scatter, like everything has really, gone. I don't know, that everybody has gone their separate ways. It seemed like that has officially happened. Prior to now, there's been several inclinations and talks that the marriage has hit the rock before now, maybe like 2 months ago even, because Femi Adebayo's wife, popularly referred to as Iyan Aladuke on social media because she owns a restaurant and all that, came online to accuse another actress of spoiling her marriage, of being the reason why there's trouble in her home. Apparently, that particular friend was close to her, to Iyan Aladuke, Femi Adebayo's wife, and in the process of confiding in a friend now, confided in that babe. The babe then told the husband everything she said. Do you understand that story? Called out Olarewaju was the person she called out for contributing to the breakdown of her marriage. That this lady acted as a friend. That was like 2 months ago. That was like December of 2025, right? She said all of those things, and Olatun responded saying, I did not spoil your home, you spoiled your home. So that's been the inclination, like the first story ever. Now things have even gone more interesting. So if you are very interested in that story, just sit tight. Let's talk about it here. Let's talk about what has happened. In fact, even Femi Adebayo has spoken about it, because the ex-wife of Omotayo Memuna Sanusi now reacted. What happened was our store was sealed, right? Apparently, according to the report, she was evicted from our eatery. That it was used as collateral for a loan, like was gotten on loan, and then they had to come and foreclose on the property because they defaulted on the payment. And it's alleged that it was Femi Adebayo that took the loan on the house or on the establishment, and because he was not paying anymore, they had to foreclose the apartment. Now, close family members are saying that this lady knew that foreclosure was going to happen and they were coming to get the property. And as some sort of safety net, before this whole issue happened, Femi Adebayo had bought a parcel of land close to the eatery, close to our store, just as a safety net in case anything was to happen. So when foreclosure was now happening, and I said, this land that we even bought, how far? Apparently, Iyan Aladuke had sold the land and had spent the money without informing her husband. That was even when the going was good, though. So when the eviction happened, according to Abdul Malik, a family member, they said that Femi Adebayo did put her in a short-let apartment, and her family put them there just so that they will be safe, and told her, okay, if you find another place you want to live in and all that, I'm ready to fund that lifestyle. Now, Iyan Aladuke now came to debunk everything and to tell her own side of the story. She even shared that she had a son who is speech impaired. Nigerians are saying the child is autistic, that is what is wrong with the child. The child has autism and all of those things. Iyan Aladuke has now come out to talk about the whole thing, saying, it was the man, that is Femi Adebayo, that has been manipulating the whole story from the beginning. That if someone, a series of posts though, that if someone needs to put you down to feel big, that tells you a lot about their inner state. Remember that this is not Femi Adebayo's first marriage. He was married to a different woman, Madam Khadijat, and that union produced 3 children. And he's always posting his children, the children from the first marriage. They are doing well now. They are now big kids and all of those things. One even recently graduated, and he celebrated the lady. So she now continued by saying, I'm back to Iyan Aladuke now. Iyan Aladuke now continued by saying that the lies may travel for years, but the truth will swallow their lies in a minute when she's ready to speak. And whoever said false narratives about her should retract it, that she's only quiet because of her child. That is the one child they share together in their 10 years of marriage, the 9-year-old boy who is said to have, some sort of cognitive issue. Aladuke said, I'm going through a tough time and really didn't want to hear it on social media. But last year I was bashed and falsely accused. That was the story she went back to. The first one I said that she came out to call on Olarinwaju to say, why are you bashing me to my family? Now, she explained here that because of that false accusation, she had to beg and beg and beg his family members through. And people are now saying, what exactly could this Olarinwaju babe have said to Femi Adebayo and his family for them to totally decide to not forgive Iyan Aladuke? What private thing did she share that is so difficult to forgive? Anyways, she said, last year I was bashed and falsely accused, but thank God for the good people around me who stood by me. Now it seems the table have turned. What was meant to disgrace me has turned to glory. The lies are falling apart and people are seeing the true character. I can see the desperation, the damage control. What did you expect when you took almost 20 armed men to a public place to evict people? Of course, the news will spread. You started it, keep fueling it. Here, she's alleging that it was not government officials or bank officials or whatever, or loan collectors that foreclosed on the establishment. That apparently is the work of Femi Adebayo and his family. Do you understand what she alleged in this case by this, or what she insinuated, right, by this write-up? She continued by saying, you always want to silence me by targeting my reputation. I'm done keeping quiet. You can't silence me anymore. The desperation to save your name. You don't care who goes down. I'm not going down with your lies. My aged mother was thrown out with a gun, knowing fully well she'll be there as she comes around to help me with my child. Who are you to talk to me about God? You don't know God. You only put up the act. You staged a visit to his school on Wednesday after being absent for a whole year. So the issue has not even started that December. It's been like a whole year, right? Because this is January of a new year. So you're saying maybe like 2024 is when the issue has started. You staged a visit to his school on Wednesday after being absent for a whole year, even when your office is just a few minutes walk from home. You took a picture to garnish your image and watched us thrown on the streets from my marital home on Friday and now published the visits. I knew what was coming the moment I was told of your impromptu visits and picture play. Truth is loading. Play on for now. That is what Memunat said as her own part of the whole story. She even said all of 2025. I'm quoting her now. I was isolated. The family I had known for almost 9 years were instructed to block me and my son. We were alone by ourselves. I went to the family house with my son, but we were left outside the gate for hours under the sunny weather. Wickedness. They lied and tried to destroy me. I held it down, cried for a whole year, begged for a whole year. I was bullied and ridiculed by his mistress with the support of the father of my son. He even reposted a disrespectful post about me on his social platform, on his official platform, before he quickly deleted it. That's a finished man. He was gallivanting and acting like he got the whole world in his hands. He flaunts taking other kids for trips while abandoning his special needs child because he can't question daddy. I am a mother of a special child. I will fight for the right of my son with my last breath. So it seems like they're also going to fight about custody or something, or maybe upkeep. I don't know, because she's saying she's alleged several things, or she's insinuated several things. He's an absent father, not present. He's an unforgiving person. He is a philandering man, because she said it clearly that his mistress disrespected her. For you to have a mistress, it means you are legally married to somebody. And himself and Iyan Aladuke, Madam Sanusi, they held a wedding ceremony in 2016 in Ilorin, Kwara State, where Femi Adebayo hails from. So it seems like this whole story, several things are happening. But Femi Adebayo has not publicly said anything, although he did post like a short clip of himself and all of those things. He even attended Bisola Ayola's 40th birthday celebration that happened over the weekend, while Iyan Aladuke was talking, and just the day after they evicted her from her I don't even know, should I say her home or her property enough, or from her establishment. I think that's the right word to use. But people are saying that this lady already had the place. She was already in Iyan Aladuke. She already owned her eatery and all of those things before Femi Adebayo came along. So how come it is Femi Adebayo that loaned, do you understand, that took a loan out for her to get this established? Maybe this is not the place she was initially. Maybe Femi took the place on a loan and all of those things and moved, maybe it was a bigger space and all that, and just moved her there as his own commitment in the marriage or in the relationship when it first started. Crazy things are happening. I'd like to hear what you guys think about this story at the end of the day. You guys can share it with me. Let me know what you think about Femi Adebayo's issue with his wife. I'm very much interested what is going on currently, because the story even will get as it be. Some family members are defending the Femi Adebayo guy, but Femi Adebayo himself has not said anything. People are defending Iyan Aladuke herself. She's coming out to talk. People are even saying, especially because of the child that she has publicly let us know now is a special needs baby, because she recorded a video of him saying, oh, thank you everybody, and he couldn't really pronounce everybody and all that. People are now saying another thing they had problems with in the marriage was that Femi Adebayo didn't want them posting about the child's disability. Let me just know what you guys think. Shall be waiting for you people. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Subscribe if you are yet to do so. Subscribe and bye.